It's Rick and Patty from the KORD Morning Show. Thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
And, of course, you can always catch us anywhere and everywhere with our KORD mobile app. It's free for you in the App Store as well in Google Play.
7 KORD, this is My Dirt. There is Justin Moore. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you. 52 degrees, clear skies for you. And, of course, the cash cow is mooing with some moolah. And we'll give you
Isn't it $30,000?
It is $30,000 to give you a chance to grab that up coming up here this morning at 8:20. First code coming down 10 times a day. You get a chance at up to $30,000, not just 10.
That's right.
$30,000, and then cash prizes all day long. So first code coming down. We'll have a couple. Then Jess and the Job will have a couple. Woody will have some in the afternoon, and then Evan at night will have them too. So your chance to win with Moolah the Cash Cow on the way. Now, before we get to all of that fun stuff, Patty's got to work on some Nashville news.
That's right.
We've already posted up Facebook Fun for you. Another edition of Other People's Problems. Let's get your day started. Let's get going. Grab a cup of coffee, dig in, and let's get your day started. You got Rick and you got Patty. KORD.
You're waking up with the KORD Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD. 1027 KORD. Our cash cow loves country music and loves giving you extra spending cash. Up to $30,000 could be yours. Listen while you work for codes every hour from 8:20 to 5:20. And then enter them on our app for your shot to win cash.
Okay.
We're milking it for all it's worth. Download our app to play and for full rules and details. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Favor 622, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. Good morning. Great to be with you anywhere, everywhere on your KORD mobile app this morning. Facebook, fun to get the day started. This is going to be a fun one today.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, what show did your friends watch that was banned in your house? So what did you
My parents didn't want me to watch Alice. I don't know why.
Interesting.
Yeah, my
So
dad
ta-
was not
so-
a fan of Alice.
So tame these days, right? I know that my foster mom loved Three's Company. Now, I was a little kid, but the innuendo now later, I'm like, oh,
I like
geez.
Three's Company.
I know.
Jack Tripper.
She loved Three's
Chrissy
Company.
and Janet.
And as a kid, I didn't get the jokes. Now, she let
Yeah,
me watch it,
yeah.
but I didn't get the jokes. What I think is very interesting, and I know you don't have kids, Patty.
I do not.
But what is, okay, so I thought about this. Interesting enough. So my foster mom, when there was a movie or something like that, now she didn't let, within my own age range, right?
Okay.
But if there was nudity, she didn't make me cover my eyes as a kid. She didn't go, oh, cover your eyes,
Yeah. You shouldn't be watching this, Rick.
Right, cover your eyes. Now, interesting enough, my adopted parents, who of course I don't
Cover
have,
your eyes.
yes, all the time.
no.
And you're like 12 or 13, and cover your eyes. I'm like, not like you haven't seen or, snuck
You're
a
like,
peek.
I know more than you think
Well,
I know.
of course you do. Of course you do. So when my kid came along, my sons or my especially my son, it's like I never, number
You
one,
didn't shield him from
I didn't,
real life.
No, if he was 12 or 13 watching a TV show and it just happened to
Cover
be
your eyes.
if it happened to be Scream or a scary movie where there was a quick nude scene, I didn't go, cover, I didn't do that.
no.
I don't know.
My parents never did that for me either.
Yeah, if it was and
My goodness, I went to go see, the Prince movie.
Oh yeah, and yes, and they're in the water.
Yeah,
I saw that too. I remember when they were like, and I'm like, number one, I was like, what girl just immediately gets naked in the water to some unknown guy? No, but she didn't even know the guy. She's like, I'm like, what? How does that work? Anyway, so when you were a kid, what show did your friends watch that was banned in your house? Alice is a good one. Three's Company, a lot of innuendo on that one. I'm sure there's going to be some good ones this morning. So
I remember, as a kid, we would watch TV shows together. Remember Angie Dickinson, Policewoman?
Oh, absolutely.
Remember Charlie's Angels?
Of course, all those
Little House
biggies.
on the Prairie?
Absolutely.
We watched TV now my dad didn't, but me and my mom and my brothers were sitting in front of the tube.
Watched as a family.
Yeah.
Tommy says The Simpsons. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Good point.
I can see that.
I could see American Dad. Now that you're going there, Family Guy. Mm-hmm. I could totally see Family Guy being.
I love that show.
I do too. I love it.
Stewie.
So wrong, but so right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But thanks, Tommy, for chiming in. And of course, jump on right now. When you were a kid, what show did your friends get to watch that was banned in your house? I'm pretty sure it was more movies, like R-rated movies.
Yep.
My buddies got to watch something like an R-rated movie, and I wasn't allowed to watch it. Uh-huh. Of course, where there's a will, there's a way. Parents.
You found your way.
Of course you did. So chime in 547 KORD app chat us. That's the Facebook fun. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
639, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. You got Rick, you got Patty. About 55 degrees for you. And what is going on in Nashville?
Well, get set for it. It's country's biggest fan-voted music awards show taking over the Grand Ole Opry tonight. Shania Twain is hosting the second annual People's Choice Country Awards in Nashville. Miranda Lambert, Parker McCullum, Kelsey Ballerini, and Keith Urban among the performers. Nominees include Zach Bryan, Beyonce, Casey Musgraves, and Shabuzi. The show is airing live on NBC as well as Peacock. And speaking of Miranda Lambert, she was on the Tamron Hall show. She says she's got several songs that she's written that she has not released.
I have a gift of writing songs.
How many songs do you have written that you haven't released?
Man, I don't know.
You don't
probably
know?
need to go look through them, actually.
Do you keep like diaries of them? Or where are they stored so I can break in?
I actually organized them all a couple of years ago. I realized like there was stuff everywhere.
How are they organized?
Like they're all, we made like spreadsheets. I don't make spreadsheets. I don't know how to do that, but I have help. Just to keep everything cataloged, because you realize like I've been writing songs since I was 17. There's so much material there.
And just so you know, Postcards from Texas are about her journey from the last 2 decades. Postcards from Texas is available now. Riley Green has an exciting new tour in the works. He surprised fans on Wednesday with an epic tour promo video featuring iconic scenes from Smokey and the Bandit and his Damn Country Music Tour, kicking off March 27th in Canada. It will head to the U.S. on May 1st with a stop in Athens, Georgia, and then continuing throughout the summer. Ella Langley will be joining Riley Green on the entire tour. Cody Johnson and Carrie Underwood dropping a duet. The song is called I'm Gonna Love You, dropping September 27th. It's been a long time coming. Cody has been talking about recording a duet with Carrie for over a year now. And Mr. Christmas is back. Brett Eldridge releasing his newly announced holiday project. It's Merry Christmas, Welcome to the Family. That will happen on Friday, and it's also got a duet with Kelly Clarkson called Sweet December. And finally, Luke Bryan out with his new album this week. Mind of a Country Boy dropping September 27th. That's a follow-up to Born Here, Live Here, Die Here. The 5-time Entertainer of the Year says, I've been able to take my time and really compile songs for this album. Country on, but I got a beer in my hand, and Love You, Miss You, Mean It, featured on the 14-track record. Those are your trending headlines.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. 1027 KORD. Our cash cow loves country music and loves giving you extra spending cash. Up to $30,000 could be yours. Listen while you work for codes every hour from 8:20 to 5:20. And then enter them on our app for your shot to win cash.
Okay.
We're milking it for all it's worth. Download our app to play and for full rules and details. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
You got Rick, you got Patty. Good to be with you. 55 degrees, clear skies right now for you. Got a gorgeous sunrise. I know it's getting later and later in the mornings. You know, before we'd come to work at like 5 or 6 and already be up. Sun be up.
I know it.
Now we got.
I know. I don't know. It's getting cold.
Yeah, it is.
Yesterday too. How about those winds?
I know.
What the heck?
Last night was kicking up,
Yeah.
and so this morning it's a long sleeve and jeans where we had been in shorts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still got shorts on today and flip-flops.
And flip-flops. Well, it'll quickly go, you know.
I know.
It is fall. It is fall.
I know.
Even though it feels like it's still a little summer left, but it is fall. And we'll give you a chance at winning that $30,000 on the way with Moolah the Cash Cow. That's coming up. And anywhere, everywhere on that KORD mobile app. You just talked about it off microphone. Jennifer Garner was
What
in
the heck?
was in
Mapton?
I know.
Why? It
Yeah.
looks like she's reading to a class.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
That is exactly what it is. So it's Save the Children. It's a program, and so there was a bunch of things to send home to kids and all that. And so they put together like 250 book bags and all that for the
Can
kids.
you imagine, though, Jennifer Garner coming to your...
Oh,
I mean, what?
It was very cool.
What?
Oh, very cool. And there's some great photos that, thanks to the Mapton School District, posted them up there for you. But yeah, I remember being a kid, and you would have, on occasion, on a rarity, you'd have a celebrity come talk, and you're like, whoa, and everybody would it was always, what was it, a pep rally or it was a rally?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a rally, and assembly. They called it an assembly. And they were like, oh yeah, and I love that when you would get those kind of things happening. But Mapton, it's only a town of like 1,900 people. So it's not Spokane, it's not Seattle, it's not even Tri-Cities.
I know.
So there she is, and again, it's pretty cool to see those photos. And
It
stuff.
is.
And she's reading a book.
Awesome.
And now you and I have done this Reading Across America type thing before, so it is a lot of fun to do it. And again, I'm curious when she flew in, because she probably came in through Yakima or Pasco. I'm curious. And she has her glasses on, and she has her hair back. So did people?
Did you recognize her or not?
No, that's what I'm saying. If you flew on the flight, give us a call, because I'm curious if she's kind of incognito, like she's just on the flight, because you look over and you go, is that who? No, not in Pasco, not in Yakima. Right?
I would not recognize.
Right, because she's one of those people. Now,
that kind of looks like her.
Yeah, she's one of those people that a lot of people could look like her. So you wouldn't think anything of it as she's reading her book on the plane.
Nope.
Getting ready to go to Mapton. So check out the article. Got it posted for you right now. It's pretty cool. Doing a lot of good works there. And again, check it out now on your KORD mobile app.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number one for New Country, 102.7 KORD.
So we'll have your tickets, won't we, Patty?
We will, and I can't wait. I'm going that Friday night.
It's the bucket list item. It is bucket list. Luke Combs, where the wild things are. People are going to have a great time at that. And
oh, yes.
Starting Monday, we'll give you a chance to win some more of those Luke Combs tickets. Download the KORD mobile app, because we want to send you off to see Luke Combs. All right, other people's problems. Quite the situation going on here with Heather and Moses. Like, what's going on with Heather?
Well, the terrible twos are a real deal. Rick and Patty, my son, is about to enter his terrible twos. My husband and I have had many arguments about how we plan to discipline him. So my husband wants to be his friend and says having a delicate touch when it comes to discipline will benefit us in the long term. My mom used to say, I'm not your friend, I'm your parent. And that's how I plan to discipline our son. He has to know what we say goes. My husband wants to negotiate, which I'm not going to do. When it comes to disciplining, which is better, being a friend or being a parent. We are first-time parents, so any help or advice that you or your listeners can give us is appreciated. Heather in Moses Lake.
So here's the best piece of advice I can give, having been one of those kids that got into trouble quite a bit when I was younger. My foster mom, she didn't negotiate. It was not. It was not a negotiation.
Oh, absolutely not.
And what I love most about her, the best thing I can tell you, what made her amazing, is do you think I got popped on the butt? You bet I did. But 20 minutes later, or a little time afterwards, she'd sit me down and she'd go, I corrected the behavior because I love you. And you must always know that I love you, and I don't want you to, turn out to be a bad person. I'm trying.
My dad used to try to reason with me too and tell me that. And I was like, I don't got no time for you. Nope. Sorry.
But
I don't want to know why.
Yeah. You don't want to know.
Don't
why?
ever hit me again.
Oh my gosh! No, it's like you rode the bike into the road. You got spanked, and then but there was always that conversation later. And
Mike Brady.
No, but it was. I know it was idyllic. I tell you. And she didn't give an inch. There was one time I wanted to watch a TV show, and it was a special back when you used to have the CBS TV specials. Yeah. And I wanted to watch it, and I didn't do my math, and I cried and cried and cried. And she goes, "No, you do your math. You can watch. I was 10 minutes late to the show, 10 to 15 minutes late.
You missed all the good stuff.
And guess what she said? She goes, if you would have done your math homework when I told you, you wouldn't have been late to your show.
That's right.
Again, valuable lessons that she...
Okay, Mrs. Brady.
No, she did, but she did not...
I get it. I know.
So, now... Abusive? No, I'm not. My son himself didn't get spanked very often. On a rare occasion, most of the time you can just talk to him, say, "Hey, Logan, stop that," and he'd stop it, or "Hey, Logan, don't do that," and he'd learn really quick. But every kid is different.
Yep.
Every kid's different.
Oh,
some are ornery and never learn.
I know. I don't know.
Some are headstrong. Some never learn. Some learn the moment. I mean, that's why we're so different as humans.
The terrible twos are a deal.
It is.
I mean,
it is. It all depends on their personality. With my son, we didn't really have.
Nobody likes a cranky toddler.
No, and with my son, we really didn't have the terrible twos. But I will tell you this: with Megan's son, Kyron, there was a point, even when he was a teenager, she's like, "I'm taking the door off the hinges." No, that's because it was mad and slamming the doors. So again, every kid is different. So Heather, we'll do our best to solve this. Did your parents didn't negotiate?
Absolutely not.
None. You're either doing it or you're not, right?
And my mom was the disciplinarian.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yes.
And it wasn't wait till your dad got home?
On occasion.
Okay.
And you know what? He was the big softy. Although I do remember, I'll never cross the street again.
Right, because he spanked you that one time. Yeah,
gosh.
right.
Yep.
So it does seem to be that way. There's always one softy, and then there's one there's the
I was a dad's girl, so.
Absolutely. All right, take your calls, 547-KORD, app chat us. What would you do in this situation? Let's help out Heather. Share some of your comments on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Your morning commute, sunshine for you. You got Rick, you got Patty. Gorgeous day right now, 55 degrees. It is dipping temperature-wise because we're now into fall. So it's like, it's super hot yesterday or hot yesterday, not super hot.
I enjoyed yesterday.
Yeah.
I really did.
And then the wind kicked up.
And then that wind in the sky looked like it was, what's going on?
Ominous, very ominous.
I don't know. Hey, man, I'm just glad I'm not down south in the Gulf Coast. They got a storm brewing down there.
So my wife gives me a hard time sometimes because we do these crazy what the day is, right? She always jokes about, is it national? It's always, right.
Yeah.
So today is National Pancake Day, the second one of the year. Apparently we love pancakes so much that it's the second one of the year.
I'm a fan of IHOP.
Okay.
They've got great pancakes.
What about turkey gravy on pancakes?
No, thank you.
I've never had it. But it says 6% of people in a brand new survey says
love turkey gravy on pancakes.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I know chicken and waffles are a thing, so I don't know. Turkey gravy on pancakes?
I've never tried that.
Okay.
Now for me, when it comes to pancakes, I do believe there is the perfect butter, syrup, and pancake
the maple syrup
ratio.
Yeah.
And when you hit it, and
Yeah.
it's so hard to hit it, but when you do, it's the best bite of pancake you'll ever have.
It's a sweet spot.
It is.
Yeah.
But it's got to be just the right
now,
combo.
you use real butter on pancakes?
Either one.
It doesn't matter. Butter or margarine?
Butter.
Okay.
Yeah, I love my butter on my pancakes, and I
Yeah,
like syrup.
yeah.
And then just trying to find that perfect combo. So let's have some fun with you guys. 547-KORD, waffles or pancakes, and why? Are they really the same thing?
They are not.
They are not the same thing.
The texture's different. Waffles are a bit firmer.
Yeah. I think I prefer pancakes. I do. I think.
I know.
What do you prefer?
I like them both, but pancakes.
I like both. Both are great.
Pancakes.
You know. But I'm thinking pancakes.
And I like fluffy pancakes.
Yes. Yeah. And when I was growing up on the Oasis, Mom would make sourdough, not buttermilk, sourdough. Have you ever had sourdough?
No.
All right.
No.
And she would also make beer pancakes. There was actually beer.
Beer battered pancakes?
Beer battered pancakes. I thought I was the coolest 6-year-old eating beer pancakes when I was a kid.
I'm drunk on my beer pancakes.
Not realizing that that beer was not even.
It burned up.
It burnt up in the mixture. Of course it did. But I remember.
Rick's got some beer battered pancakes.
I do remember having beer pancakes as a kid down at the Oasis, and I loved it. Oh, I thought I was the coolest kid ever. So take some calls, 547-KORD, waffles or pancakes. Which one is better and why? Share your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty.
Starting your day the right way with the Cord Morning Show. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD. 1027 KORD. Our cash cow loves country music and loves giving you extra spending cash. Up to $30,000 could be yours. Listen while you work for codes every hour from 8:20 to 5:20. And then enter them on our app for your shot to win cash.
Yeah, okay.
We're milking it for all it's worth. Download our app to play and for full rules and details. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
It heads Carolina, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. 736, your morning commute. 55 degrees, sunshine for you. National Pancake Day.
I'm getting hungry.
I know.
I'm starving for it now.
Talking about these pancakes, waffles or pancakes, and why. Been taking your calls, 547 KORD. And Susan, tell us how you like your pancakes.
Okay, I'm definitely a pancake fan. I don't want to sound weird, but I like to let the pancake soak it up, man. So it's like I use 100% butter and 100% maple syrup, and I let it sit for a long time.
For a long time, okay.
She likes them soggy.
Yeah, soggy pancakes.
I get it. Because, man, it soaks up all the flavor of the syrup and the butter.
Yeah, and that kind of makes that great
Yes.
combination we were talking about, trying to find the perfect pancake bite there. So waffles or pancakes, and
I feel
why?
like we need to go out for pancakes.
Yeah. Well, you got the pancake house you can go to. You know, I love those
that's
guys.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How often do you really have pancakes, Patty?
Hardly ever. So that's why. I mean, hello.
On
it's
occasion,
a treat.
It is a treat. Yeah, it's like on occasion. It depends if I'm going out. Usually is when I have pancakes. I never make them at home. Do you ever make them at home?
Occasionally.
All right. I know.
Yeah. Yes, because one of the best things is to have breakfast for dinner.
Oh, that is. Oh,
yeah.
I love it. Oh, absolutely. You know, but I know but for pancakes or waffles, I got to be kind of in the mood for it. So 547 KORD, more of your calls on the way. Waffles or pancakes, what do you prefer? We want to know. You got Rick and Patty.
The Cord Morning Show with Rick and Patty. Back with more next on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD.
Lynch Jelly Roll Chevrolet 748, number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. Sunshine for you right now, 55 degrees. All right, our first code dropping for the cash cow coming up here at 8:20. What are we, just about a half
We're
hour away?
a few minutes away.
I mean, I could give you the number now. It's not like they're not secret.
Listen to you. You are such a rebel, Rick.
Well, you know what? I just want someone to win $30,000. That's really what it comes down to.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
So if you want to start your day right now, 340. We'll still give it away at 8:20, but 340. And of course, you know.
Why are all these people entering it on the KORD mobile app right now?
Because you can enter it, I think,
at any time.
At any
of course
time,
you can.
You know, if you got the code. So 340 right now, 340. If you didn't know it, today is National Pancake Day. Been taking calls. What do you prefer, waffles or pancakes?
I like pancakes.
You like pancakes?
What the heck?
I think I like pancakes too. I love
pancakes.
But I like
buttermilk pancakes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had? Sometimes they're like cream cheese pancakes.
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Like crepe filled kind.
Yeah,
I've not had any of that. No.
Cheesecake.
Really good. That's a lot of sweetness.
Stocked with like strawberries and bananas and oh my gosh, yes, please.
Taking your calls, 547 KORD. Do you prefer pancakes or waffles? You say pancakes?
I would have to say, hands down, as a mother to 4 kids, it has got to be pancakes because you can make designs with like the little squeeze bottles and your kids can help you.
That's true.
Me and my kids, we do they love Bluey, so we do like little Bluey designs or SpongeBob. Those are typically the two we normally do.
Now, I miss that about my kids being young because we could make little pancake faces and different things. Because you take bananas and blueberries and strawberries and make little noses and different things like that.
I just thought about you could put peanut butter with your pancakes.
You can. Boy, this conversation has been very one-sided towards pancakes. There's got to be a waffle lover out there. Aren't you a waffle lover?
I am picking waffles
Okay.
because I feel like I like that crispness to them. I really like a crisp pancake. And I only need 1 waffle compared to like pancakes. I probably need like 2 or 3.
Okay.
So then you like go out to eat and like their stack is like 5 pancakes when you only get like 1 waffle.
You do make a good point because you were talking earlier how
Pancakes
the waffles
are filling though.
Yeah, but you were talking
So
earlier.
yes,
A little more filling with the waffle. So more of your calls on the way. Enjoying National Pancake Day. What do you prefer, waffles or pancakes? More of your calls on the way. You got Rick and Patty, KORD.
You're listening to Rick and Patty in the morning on number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. 1027 KORD. Our cash cow loves country music and loves giving you extra spending cash up to $30,000 could be yours. Listen while you work for codes every hour from 8:20 to 5:20. And then enter them on our app for your shot to win cash.
Okay.
We're milking it for all it's worth. Download our app to play. And for full rules and details, number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
Chris Young, Famous Friends, number 1 for New Country. It's 1027 KORD. It's 10 minutes after 8. You got Rick, you got Patty. Always good to be with you. I will tell you this.
What?
I know a lot of people,
About?
because we're on the radio,
Yeah.
they kind of think we're kind of semi-celebrity. But I will tell you the greatest joy I had Monday night. So, as you know, I sit on the Pet Overpopulation Prevention Board. It's
Yes.
one of my big causes, right?
Yes.
Well, anyway, we had to go to dinner, and we were at Anthony's, and the most amazing thing happened.
Did
Because
somebody recognize you?
No, this is
Oh.
what I love. So normally people say, "Oh, I recognize your voice. You must be on the radio, right?" The coolest thing happened while I was sitting there having dinner with people was Amanda LaRiviere.
I know Amanda.
She got people walked up to her multiple times and go, "You were my teacher. You were my Spanish teacher."
Oh, how neat.
And it gave me the biggest little coddles in my heart because I was like, she's the celebrity. No, it was awesome. So the waiter, she had her, and then another person came along and saw.
You were my second grade teacher.
Yep.
I remember I brought you an apple once.
Yeah.
And I got 2 wrong on a test. And you told me it was okay.
It just made my day. Because normally when we're sitting at a table, most people will say, "Oh, I recognize your voice."
Can you imagine, though, if you see a teacher?
I know. Well, because number 1, it's like in the wild. Like, you remember when you were a kid and you saw your teacher at the store? You're like,
what?
"Mrs. Johnson, she's shopping?"
I know,
Because
yeah. Oh, your teachers don't. What?
Or they've got makeup on, or they're dressed up, or I mean, again, it was like seeing a teacher in the wild to a kid. It's like, whoa, there's my teacher. Like to a kid.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Huh?
Anyway, it was I just wanted to say it was a great experience because you and I normally get recognized by
I never get that.
but by our voices. But it was so fun to sit with a bunch of people, and guess what? You're not the celebrity. You're not the celebrity. Amanda's the celebrity, and I love that. It made my totally made my night. So today is National Pancake Day, and we've been taking your calls. What do you like better, waffles or pancakes? Lori, bring it home.
Okay, I'm definitely a waffles girl. Don't even like pancakes.
Okay.
I love waffles.
Really?
And I'll tell you, it's a sentimental reason.
Okay.
So years ago, my 4 boys gave me a waffle maker that was 4 hearts. And from then on, it was waffles only.
I love it, Lori. Lori got a waffle maker that was hearts from her sons. I get it.
But the waffle maker is no more.
I know it got broken. She can't replace it, but man, that made my day, Lori.
Whenever I stay at a motel,
Yeah.
I make the waffles.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
got the big flip one.
Yeah,
the big flippy one.
Those things get hot.
Yeah, I would not. They'll burn. They'll
I
burn
know.
you.
It's kind of scary.
It is. It's like I'm not gonna manhandle
I know.
that thing. 547 KORD. App chat us. National Pancake Day. Waffles or pancake? What's your favorite? More of your calls on the way.
We love to hear from you, and it's easier than ever to reach out. Just open up the Cord mobile app and send us an app chat message, or you can contact us the old-fashioned way at 509-547-KORD. Number 1 for New Country, 1027 KORD. 1027 KORD. Our cash cow wants you to pick up some milk money. All right. Listen while you work for codes every hour from 8:20 to 5:20. Enter them on our app, and you could win cash up to $30,000. It's utterly ridiculous, but the money sure would come in handy. Download our app to play and for full rules and details. Number 1 for New Country. 1027 KORD.
$1,000 with the cash cow right there on your KORD mobile app. We always get a lot of comments about where to find it. Okay, so it's right there on the middle bar in your app, and it says win cash, and it's right
You
there
just click right on it.
right to your left.
Yep.
You got it in front of you, right to your left, and it's in the middle of the app. Win cash. Go in there. Now, what you got to do is you got to scroll down a little bit, and that's where you can input the codes.
Right, but it's right after you see that, like right now the story you see is Lights Camera Mapton, Jennifer Garner.
Yep.
Right below that.
Yeah, and then it'll
On
say
the left, win cash. To the right is listen live.
Exactly. So win cash, and then you have to scroll. I think people are not scrolling down far
No,
enough.
a lot of times people are hitting the app chat chat going, we can't find Win Cash.
It's right down there. So, all right, there you go. So good luck with that. 340 is the code. All right, let's get back to other people's problems. Heather in Moses Lake's got quite the situation. Terrible
She
twos.
says, her son about to enter the terrible twos, and the husband and I have had many arguments about how we're planning to discipline him. So the hubby wants to be his friend and says that having a delicate touch when it comes to discipline will benefit us in the long term. My mom used to say, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. And that's how I plan to discipline our son. He's got to know what we say goes. So my husband wants to negotiate. I do not. When it comes to disciplining, which is better, being a friend or being a parent? Heather and Moses Lake.
A lot of people chiming in on this, and already Michelle says you're assuming that he wants to be his friend rather than offering alternatives to a hardcore disciplinarian. You're not seeing the gray area. As a mother of a successful adult child, I highly recommend parenting classes, or this kid and your marriage are going to be a mess. That's from Michelle.
Kathy says the child needs to know and learn about good and bad choices. You and your husband need to be on the same page with your child. You are the parents.
Carol says children need to learn right from wrong at an early age. Certain levels of discipline per age group. Parents should be parents, not friends. Your child will respect the discipline and know right from wrong. Go with what works for your family. In the end, no means no, and that's from Carol.
I like Derek. He says, wait till he turns 3. Ashley says, wait till he hits 3. Boys are a breeze at 2, but 3 is something else.
Alondra says, discuss boundaries and routines. There's no reason not to show your kid you can't be both a parent and a friend, but try to show when the appropriate time is to be either. You want your child to be able to confide in you whatever and be able to see you as a safe place, especially as they get older, and find out how their brain works, because it's not the terrible twos. It's a development of big emotions. So there you go. That's from Alondra.
Shannon says, I think you both need to read a book about child behavior together. Mary says you can be loving while still disciplining, but you both have to be on the same page.
Absolutely. Angela says equal parts, can't be extreme or not extreme behavior. And a lot of the, yeah. So,
do you see Rochelle?
What Rochelle said?
Don't negotiate. Yeah. They'll steamroll you. If you don't set firm yet loving boundaries, routines, and expectations when they're learning how to communicate and begin to develop some independence, you're going to end up with a 3-year-old dictator. That doesn't morph well into the teenage years.
So before
everybody says, wait till they're 3.
Before we wrap this up. Being a kid that was a foster kid, I was abandoned when I was 5 years old, being a foster kid, and then later being adopted out. The difference between my foster parents' discipline and my adopted parents was night and day. Yep. So sadly for my siblings, I never got hit. But my brothers and sisters got hit with a full fist when Mrs. Wallace was angry. And so when you talk about discipline, seeing violence in your home, and nuts. there's and I knew, because I had the amazing foster mom I had, who disciplined with love. Yeah, I got my butt popped. You know what I'm saying? If I did something wrong, I got my butt popped. And then she'd sit down and tell me she loved me. Mrs. Wallace never said anything about love, and if you got out of line, she'd hit you. She'd just hit you. So there's a line in terms of being a loving parent, and then being a person that you're like. And I'll tell you this: when I turned 18, I left home at 16, I left her at 16.
I get it.
I never spoke to her again. No. Just so you know, after 16, I went, we're done.
Yep.
And I know a lot of people said, forgive and forget. No, you don't have to.
Absolutely,
you don't have to. And so. It's a fine line, and I knew when I had my kids I was not going to make that.
Of course not.
And I never did.
Nope.
I think I spanked my kid a couple times, but most of the time it was generally how my father. He got in trouble.
To correct.
He got grounded. He got
abused.
Exactly. So it is a fine line. So I'm a little worried when you want to be that strong of a disciplinarian, Heather. I am a little worried that, you can be a disciplinarian, but
I agree, though, that you do need to be on the same page.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
I don't have children. I can't,
I have wanted, it's so funny, before we tie this off, I've wanted to be a foster parent. And my wife says no, because she says how I treat the dogs. She knows how I'd be as a parent. She'd go, you be too wishy-washy. The dogs get away with murder. I said, the dogs are different than children. They're different.
I get it, though.
She's like,
I get it.
She's like, you wouldn't discipline him. I'm like, yes, I would. Anyway, so Heather, we did our best to solve it.
We did.
Very touchy situation, no doubt. Thank you for all the comments, guys. I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. Absolutely, I agree with that statement, but there still is a balance there. Good luck. Let us know how it turns out. Chime in, call us. Let us know what you guys think. It's Rick and Patty, KORD.
You're waking up with the Cord Morning Show, #1 for New Country, 102.7 KORD.